So, welcome back to Girls in Property Management.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. And it's actually the first time that we've seen each other in pretty much a week.
Yeah, no, it has been a week.
Which was not planned.
No.
So there's that. It is where we are. Well, I mean, I think across the country.
No, everyone's getting impacted by it, I believe.
Yes, the winter freeze, winter storm, winter weather. But let's just say we're a state that's not very equipped for winter storms, winter freezes, and winter weather.
No.
I personally am from Colorado, and then my dad and stepmom live in Ohio, which I think it's almost like whenever I tell people I'm from Colorado, especially around like this time, they're like, oh, so you're you know snow. Which, yes, Colorado's weird. Our snowiest season there is March, April.
Uh-huh.
So you're never really getting it when you want it. Like
Right.
Christmas or whatever.
Yeah.
The Midwest, that's like a different type of winter weather snow.
Yeah.
But it is a lot different when the state is not built for it.
Yeah.
Like I never, seriously, until I moved here, I never even knew about dripping your faucets, cabinets open, any of that. I remember before I moved here, my brother was talking about it because he moved here first. And I was like, what are you even talking about? And then when I came here, and you know what was funny? I thought because when I moved here, the first property that I lived at is just, it's old, like 30 years old. I thought it was just because it's old. And then I remember my manager saying something about like her doing it at her house. And I'm like, wait, everyone has to do it? Like in this whole time, they haven't thought with building, like let's step our game up so that we're not running into these issues.
Sorry, I'm like,
I know, that was happening to me last time.
so much carbonation.
But yeah, so this has been, I mean, the past few years, obviously now I'm like accustomed, and last year I dealt with pipe bursts. This year we've been much more prepared / lucky. I don't even want to speak on it because I'm not even trying to jinx us. But it just was like a very, I mean, I knew I wasn't going to see you like at least for a few days, but I really didn't think it was going to be like a whole week.
No. And I was like, honestly, I felt stupid because I was like, this girl again from Colorado be like taking into account like the stereotype you were just talking about. But I was like, she was always like, what a wuss, like she can drive here. But truly, like this morning, like I'm glad I waited till today because I was stuck in the middle of like the road to get out of my house. Like I was like, I drove out and I could not reverse. I was like, ah, my toes were just literally spinning.
Is yours rear wheel drive?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, see.
That's another reason why I was like.
Well, okay, in Colorado, it is obviously built for this weather. However, Colorado Springs is like hill central. I mean, obviously we have the mountains. My house was literally, well, still I guess, like my mom still lives in my childhood home, but like our street would go like this, this. So we're on like the flat part.
Yeah.
So if I drove in high school, like an old work truck. So it was an F-150, extra long bed, single cab, rear wheel drive. So we used to have to put sandbags in the bed every winter. But it was either I'm taking the chance, because I mean Colorado just doesn't shut down. Like, you know, these like states where obviously snow is normal, it doesn't shut down. Like basically if you're like, I can't come into work, they're like, I don't care, risk your life.
Yeah.
Like even if really you shouldn't be, but so for me it was either I'm risking to go down the hill and not be able to stop, or I'm risking going up and not being able to make it up. So no, I definitely, well, and I mean, the other thing is like, you haven't been driving for as long as me, so not only did I grow up driving in it,
Yeah.
I've been driving for a long time.
As someone who can barely drive in the rain, I was a little worried about this whole snow thing. Like,
yes.
It was a little bit of a concern for me, but we made it.
Well, and not only that, our maintenance, like, he drives big pickup truck.
And even he was like,
I texted him because it was like the first couple of days we had either late starts or early like leaving, and then when we got to regular hours, maintenance is here at 8, and so one of our maintenance texted saying, I'm already at the property at like 7:50. I'm like, oh, maybe the roads aren't as bad as I thought it was. And I asked him, oh, great, how are the roads? And he said, pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
And being someone in a truck, like his truck is an actual, would be okay. Yeah,
Does
so
he drive a Chevy? Do you know?
I don't know, actually.
Because I showed my boyfriend and my dad the video that he sent. I was like, look at this video, like our maintenance guy sent. And Layton, of course, was like, does he drive a Chevy? And I was like, I don't know, I thought it was a 40. No, that's a Chevy. I was like, okay.
Is Layton a Ford guy?
No, he's a car guy.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
why he was even like.
My stepdad is like a Ford guy, and I feel like Fords and Chevys are always like.
Well, my dad's a non-American car guy. So that's why he was like, that looks like a Chevy. I think so.
Is Chevy American? I don't even know.
I don't know. I know Ford is. So I drive it, and my lug nuts got swollen.
Yeah,
so
I know Ford. I know Dodge.
Yeah.
Jeep. And then.
I think Chevy is.
And then I'm out. I don't know. I'm not. Honestly, it probably is because I feel like there's like the whole like Ford.
No, it definitely is.
I feel like it's like a whole Ford versus Chevy feud, and then I feel like every other truck is just like you never hear someone being like okay, it's like if someone says I'm a Ford guy or I'm a Chevy guy, it's like they're talking about a truck.
Yeah.
You never hear someone like being like
I'm
a Toyota guy.
That's my dad.
Talking about like having a Toyota truck, like I feel like that just doesn't.
Or like I'm a Jeep guy, like that Jeep truck.
Oh well, and like, but see, then it's like there are like crazy Jeep people.
Yeah.
But it's like
not the truck.
Wranglers or Rubicons My mom is a crazy Jeep person.
Is she?
Yes.
Like the standard. Like,
she has a Rubicon.
Okay.
So she had a Wrangler way back in the day. Her, fuck you. Way back in the day. But way back in the day, previous.
She's going to be like first the latte, then this.
She's like,
what?
If you did not tune into our last episode, or if you did, I tried the blueberry latte from Dunkin' because I was trying to stay in the spirit of solid core. And I said my mom would be absolutely disgusted by me, and she did confirm that she was. When I actually talked to her on the phone, because she did comment on all of the platforms, making sure to show her disgust.
Did you see my? Never mind.
But then she told me on the phone, we are purists. We are like literally, I think word for word, what I said on the podcast of like, I raised a champ, I'm pretty sure that came out of her mouth. I'm like, did you just like quote yourself or quote me quoting you? But she is a Jeep person.
Yeah.
And because she had a Wrangler prior to having kids and she rolled it. So then she didn't. And then obviously she has kids and then she had to go through her minivan. But I always, like, anytime we would see a Jeep, like, the slug bug game where every time you would see the slug bug, it's probably actually, like, sad because slug bugs probably weren't as popular. Like, I feel like they were kind of, like, going out of style.
Yeah, no, they definitely were. Like, that was, like, that's what the thing with you and me is, like, as something was ragingly popular during your age, it was dying. As like,
it came into. And so because, though, we used to play that game with slug bugs, but also with Jeeps because of my mom she always talked about how she had the Wrangler.
It was such a popular game. I'm trying to think like when me and my siblings would like punch each other in the car like as hard as we could just because, and I'm trying to think like, I want to say like the last 2 or like the first 2 years of middle school, that's probably the last time I did it. Like we were serious about it.
Slug bugs were so prevalent for me that I had mine designed. Like I was going to have an ivory slug bug. I think I was like torn on the convertible part because like the convertible.
No, I'm obsessed with them. Like when I first started looking at cars, like I really wanted a small car. Like I wanted what's it called? So continue about the slug bug because I have something to say about that actually.
Well, because I was like, okay, because I wasn't sure that I liked the look of it with the top up. But I was like, obviously convertible is like everything, but also I live in Colorado, so
how often are you gonna use
it? And I think I was leaning more towards the hardtop just because I'm like, if I like the look of the hardtop better, and I'm not gonna get to use the convertible as much. But you know what's funny is so obviously then the slug bug died out to my dismay. But my friend in high school, she actually got like an old school Volkswagen, like old school, and it was so cool until you rode in it. And literally like because it was just like a metal shell, so it was always freezing during the winter. And then I'm like, why do we insist on taking her car? But also like my truck was the overdrive didn't even work, so I couldn't go above like 35 miles an hour. I had to drive with the hazards on. But high school cars are so fun. Hers was by choice. Like she could have had probably any car she wanted. It was just like she's kind of like that. Like,
is this the one you were telling me about?
No. Oh. This is she. Okay, I never know how like when to use which word. Eclectic or eccentric. I don't know, but she was one of the two. Like just but it's like it was like you're riding in like no. The one that you're thinking of, she drove a BMW.
I could see that.
She's that girl, still that girl. No, this one, like, it was like you got in, it was either, in the summer I felt like it was hot, it was so hot, and then in the winter it's like freezing. I feel like the air didn't really like work. And then it smelled just straight up like gasoline when you were like in it. I don't know, it was just like the outside of it was like a vibe, and then the actual mechanics. She didn't have it for very long, and then I think her mom got a new car, so then she got her mom's car, so whatever. Back to the Jeep. Because my mom would literally, when we were growing up, she would always be like, no, I was like a Jeep person, like I was so cool, like we have the wave, like we do the wave when we see each other, and I was just like, okay. Well then, one time, fast forward, I'm in college, so basically like all of my siblings can drive themselves to school, you know, do whatever. So I was a part of my minor was in leadership. I don't know, like now that I say it, it's like sounds silly, but it was like if you were a part of the program, if you got accepted into the program, there was a scholarship, so I'm sure that's why I did it. But anyway, we got to this like end of the year thing, and it was like this banquet with like this whole like celebration, and I don't know why, you know, it's like we're Capricorns, we're on top of stuff. Like if anyone's gonna be on top of stuff, I'm the type that would like tell my mom like we need to be here. Like I'm the type that at 5 years old, I'm telling my mom, hey, we have to be here at this time, knowing we don't actually have to be there until 30 minutes later, but like then I'm gonna get her on time. So like a 5-year-old like planning the itinerary. Fast forward to my junior year of college, and we get to the actual, like literally I'm at the banquet, and they're like, okay, so like when all your families get here, and I'm like, I forgot to invite my family. And I not that I wouldn't have cared, obviously, like I would want her there, but I knew she would be more upset to miss it than like
was it far away?
Like an hour. So I call her and I'm like, so I have this thing. I don't know if you want to come. And she's like, oh yeah, like when is it? And I'm like it's gonna take you longer to drive probably than when it starts, but, and I'm like, if you don't want to come, obviously. She's like, I'm literally like getting in the shower right now. Like she was like already getting in the shower. She's like, let me hurry up and get ready and then like come.
Oh.
And so then as we're like prepping for this like speech we had to do, all the things, I get a call. Well, she got rear-ended. And not only that, like she was getting onto the interstate, and so she was like fully stopped, and the kid hit her going full like 55,
That's what happened to my
miles
mom,
an hour.
like
really?
last year, and she did a full 360 in the middle of a 2-lane.
Oh my gosh! See, she didn't, because she was stopped like at the light. And I thank goodness I don't know if they're just.
Oh no, she wasn't stopped. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
my mom wasn't.
My mom was stopped.
I'm like, what am I saying?
Yeah, she was stopped, and so she got like, he was going, because he was on his phone, so he hit her going the full. Anyway, then obviously the car's totaled, so we're looking that night at like what car she's gonna get, and then
when she still had the minivan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So she had the minivan that got totaled. So then she's like, you guys are all grown. Like, I'm gonna go back to the Jeep. So now she's back to...
I will say though, if she was in a Jeep and she got as badly rear-ended as she did, it probably would have been more damage. So
yeah, because since the van's like
yeah.
so long. Yeah. And actually, I mean, she still definitely like suffered a lot of, but they did say that luckily because she didn't see it coming, she wasn't tensed, so that helped.
Oh wow.
But so now she has fully switched back to being a Jeep girl, so naturally it's her whole personality. And now the whole ducking thing.
Oh yeah, of course.
Is a thing. And I don't know, I don't really like it. I'm not a part of the culture.
Yeah, I'm not either. My sister actually was. So like the first car I wanted, surprisingly enough, was a Mini Cooper. I was obsessed. I thought they were so cute. No, because I saw one. No, I would show you the picture. I saw when I was shopping.
I'm judging you.
I was shopping.
I'm judging
No,
you
but like
so
not
hard.
your like typical like, you know, like Mini Cooper, but like the cuter like night. Like I'll show you pictures, and I feel really judged right now.
Yeah,
and I
I'm
wanted
judging.
it. Oh my god, I don't know why, but I just wanted one, and I thought like the convertible top was so cute. And then, my dad was like, it's too small, and then he was like, okay, they're not that bad. But then I like realized, I like snapped into it. I'm like, ew, like what am I thinking, you know? And then it's so funny. I kind of am traumatized by what's it called the bug cars. What are they actually called?
Well, they're Volkswagens, but like
They called bug?
well, it's like the Beatles.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I mean, you did go like Volkswagen, Bugs, Beatles.
Yeah. But I'm traumatized because when
Is it a Beetle? Did I just make that up?
No, I think it is.
Now
No, it sounds
Slug
right.
Bug. Why was it?
Well, slug bug, but like I think they're actually called beetles.
Now
Like
I'm
the actual model, like of the car.
I feel like I just failed millennials everywhere. But like even if I'm right now that I'm second guessing myself,
Yeah.
I feel like I just like failed
Yeah.
millennials. Okay, but slug bugs.
But
whatever, yeah.
anyways, so my ex-boyfriend, one of my ex-boyfriends, drove his sister. So he had a truck, and it was a nice truck. And then he actually he owned a farm, and his dad, or like they had to give it to like his family members that lived like more out in like, you know, that area. And so he didn't have a car for a while, but his sister, who is probably your age, had an old Bug, and it was yellow. Oh my god, I was so excited to drive in this car because I was like, it's so cute, like I want to just see. The inside was actually like
I wonder if it was like the same one
No,
that like
it-
my friend
no,
had.
it
Was it like
was,
metal?
yes.
Like not like the newer cute
Oh,
like
no, no,
bubbly
no.
ones. Like it was like
No, it was. It was like one of like the typical ones that you see, you know, like but the inside I thought was like
See,
pure metal.
okay, like when I talk about like what my friend had, I don't know if you're gonna know this reference, but it was like Herbie Fully Loaded.
Oh yeah.
Like
Well-
that old.
Well, I don't know if it was that old, but it's just like you see a bug and like, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, well
Like
then
the
yeah.
little-
So to me that wouldn't be like old. It's not like the newer
No.
version, but it's like what you would think. Like
No, yeah.
like did you ever like I had a Barbie bug? Like
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
I
about.
was like, is it like that version of it?
I don't know. I've only known one bug my whole life, and they all look the same to me.
Okay, then I feel like it's not like obviously the newer ones now, but it's
No,
not as
it
old
was
as probably what my friend
Like,
had.
yeah, exactly. Like, it's just your typical, like, bug, but I think it was, like, just an older year, because
Yeah.
that thing, or she just tore that thing up, because, you know, she was, like, off at college or whatever, or, like, grown, you know, and so by the time, like, we were driving this car around, it was also manual, which she did not know how to drive, so the amount of times that we stalled in the middle of an intersection, too many times to count.
My friend's I think was manual too, and I cannot drive a manual to save my life
No.
at all.
And I would actually, like, get angry because I was like, you don't know how to drive this car. I don't want to get stuck in the middle of the road again. And it was just, I have PTSD. It was like literally the door, like, inside was like falling off.
Oh my god.
I was like so stressed every time I got into this car. I'm like,
Okay, I remember, I don't know when this, are we a car podcast?
oh, I know.
Like, when did we? But literally, I remember. Okay, so my my next door neighbor, that house has seen many of people now, but God, that house. When I was growing up, there was like a dad and two daughters.
Yeah.
And the younger of the two daughters would babysit. I mean, both of the daughters at one point, but like my, basically the youngest of the two, she kind of like ended up being like our nanny, but like,
Okay.
I don't know, that sounds kind of more than what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, she did get to a point because she got pregnant like pretty young, so I don't remember if she finished high school or not, but like she was like our full-time babysitter nanny, but because she was like a teenager, it's not like my mom's paying her
Like a lot of
like a salary because she lived at home, like you know,
right.
and my mom was a single working mom, hence like she was cheaper than daycare,
right,
basically. Right. But honestly, this girl, like she was meant to be a mom. First of all, she's a Virgo, so like already, I mean, and I think that's why I like mesh so well with her because earth sign, and I can deal with Virgo women except for one, but my old boss that I used to work with, I'm like, that was the like when I found out she's a Virgo, I'm like, it's gonna be great, and then this was the double worst product lady. But anyway, this babysitter, she was like super cool. Anyway, at one point, she got a car and it had bucket seats.
Oh.
Have you ever, like, that was like a thing?
No, yeah, it's still a thing.
Okay,
it's like
really?
Yeah, especially in Mustangs.
Well, yeah, I guess I should know because that's what you have. But like, I thought that was so cool to the point of, I'm the oldest of four. You're the oldest of four. Yeah. So it's like, and it's so funny because I feel like everyone thinks, God, the amount of topics we can get going off on in a singular thing. But anyway, I feel like people always talk about like, well, now there's a whole thing about the eldest daughter, but at one point in time, people always wanted to have like the oldest be the son and then the younger daughter, so that it's like the protector. Honestly, there's no fucking person that is more protective than an older sister. Like literally.
And the fact that my little brother has 3 older sisters.
No, because I will tell my siblings fuck you and fuck off every day of the week. Not
But if
really.
anyone
I have
else
okay, like not as an adult. I'm close to every. Well, okay, mine's a little bit more complicated. I'm the oldest of 4 on 2 different sides, so I have like 3 siblings on my dad's side, 3 siblings on my mom's side. Just because I'm like, don't want to say that, and then anyone gets left out of that. But like on either side, growing up, I would say fuck you every day of the week. You're probably more in that stage because your siblings are still younger.
Well, I'm not even like that. I'm kind of at the annoying like phase right now where I feel like I have to snitch on everything because I feel like I'm doing them good.
No.
As they're getting older.
No, that is so true. I feel
and
like
they hate me. They're the ones
yes,
being like, fuck
because
you, fuck you.
it's almost like, okay, no, that is actually so true. Because like now I'm like, honestly, I really do have a great relationship. I feel like they might listen to this and be like, beg to differ. But I feel like I have a good relationship with all of my siblings now. But like at that time when I hated them, I would, you know, like fuck you, but also like fuck whoever is gonna mess with you.
You're right.
I've told you the story, so sorry because I'm gonna tell it again.
Okay.
But so on my mom's side, it's me, my sister Nikki, and then I have twin brothers. Whenever I say that, people are like, "You have twin brothers?" Like as if I'm like the twin, and I'm like, so I just said I have younger twin brothers. How is that? I mean, I was supposed to be a twin, but I'm not. So
Did you
younger twin brother?
I asked this
You
last time.
did ask it. I'm like, and I'm like,
Did
that
you
is
eat
pitch
it?
perfect. No, my mom just miscarried. You asshole. But so
I cannot imagine another one of you. I'm sorry.
no, I actually isn't it?
I
so
think the same
funny?
thing about myself. Like
No.
if I had a twin,
That's
I
actually
think I
funny
would,
because
like-
you're actually the only person to say that outside of myself.
really?
That like there could not. No, my mom's actually probably said it. Everyone else has probably also thought it, but like me and my mom have
Even
actually
I think
said-
I'm like, there's no way there
No,
could be
there
another
were
one of
two.
me. I'm like,
I'm like, are you my twin reincarnated? You just came back. Oh, just a little. They're like, we're gonna like spread the years,
Yeah.
spread the years. But so then I have younger twin brothers that are not my twin, but they're twins to each other. And
the way I asked 2 times if you ate.
I'm like, as if it wasn't the first time. You know what's funny? No, whenever I say I was supposed to be a twin, everyone asks that. I'm like, pitch perfect really stuck in people's minds.
Well, no, I mean, I knew a girl who ate her, like,
I think it's like they like absorb them.
yeah, not like actually,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
in the womb, but like,
Not that. Like a chipmunk or a squirrel. Yeah. Mm-mm. No, I am not a cannibal. But I think I was vegetarian then.
well, I mean, like, I don't know, like, do you know? Like, at that point.
Well, I actually do because my mom actually did miscarry.
Right. No, I
and-
mean, like, in
yeah,
the time,
but,
like,
yeah, I think that like you know what's funny is because it makes me sound old. At the time when she miscarried, they didn't even actually know she was pregnant with twins. It was like later that I think she was like telling the story to like a doctor or something, and they were like, "Oh, you like that was like more than likely a miscarry." So I'm like also putting it out there like but you know why I feel like I legitimately, because okay, then you could say, well, did you really have a twin? Because it's like said years later. Yes, because I feel like it's a he. Like I just feel like, and because ever since I was a kid, literally, I always felt like I had like a ghost type of thing. And I always just thought it was like I was a kid, and I'm like a scaredy cat. Like I don't like scary stuff. I don't like scary movies. I don't like. But then whenever I moved, it was like he came. But then I started to get used to him.
right.
Because it's like normal at this point. And Chris was the one that was like, at first he's like,
You have a ghost brother.
No, he literally, yeah, he's like, you're a lunatic. No, he loves scary, so he didn't like necessarily think like, she's a psycho, I need to run the other way.
Yeah.
But one time he said he literally saw him in, like, he was like microwaving food, and he was like, I saw him in like the...
Oh my god.
Yeah, and like, I think he was like living in like our guest room, because sometimes like the door
Like,
would just
like,
close,
this
or
place?
like, no. You know what's crazy? I actually haven't like really...
Like, felt his presence.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe he wanted to stay in Arizona. Maybe he's like, this is home.
Maybe.
But what's crazy?
Maybe they can't like go that far.
Me, I mean, well,
I feel like there's
but I went
boundaries.
from,
We went from cars to
I know,
paranormal.
but I actually still have a point to all of these stories. This is where we like make our way. It's like we start with a subject and then we end the podcast like we circle back around. No, and it's actually crazy though, because my youngest sister on my dad's side, which I also kind of think is ironic, because we have the same dad. So my parents were married, just me. They get divorced, get remarried, have other kids.
Mm-hmm.
But I say that because if I really would have like been a twin, and if I'm right and it would have been a boy, I feel like he would have been the fourth, because my dad is the third.
Oh.
So,
okay, I see.
You know what I mean? And so I kind of think it's funny, because when my sister came and stayed with me in Arizona, she came up for her spring break one year, and she stayed, and I didn't tell, she's even more of a scaredy cat than me.
Oh.
So I didn't tell her. I didn't even think about it, but like, obviously, I think maybe at one point, because obviously we set her up in the guest room, and I didn't even think about it, but then it was like the next morning, she was like, I heard like a weird sound or something, and it just popped into my mind.
Like, oh, it's just my twin brother.
Yeah, literally. But what was kind of funny is I'm like, oh, it would have been our dad, like it would have been like the fourth, like after our dad. So I thought it was kind of funny that like she said, because Chris's mom has stayed in that guest room, my mom has stayed in that guest room, like no one like said anything. But then then she was like talking about it one day, and then he starts talking about, so then literally she's like, I believe it. So then she stayed in our living room, like with, luckily at the time I had like the twinkle lights, you know, like above, with those lights on, and then made us keep our door open. Like, it was so funny, but
okay.
I don't even know where to go back to.
You know what's actually kind of funny about that though, is the fact that I would have had like not a twin, but a brother a year younger than me. So that's like basically kind of like a twin. Like, my mom was pregnant, she had me, like literally a year later, a boy, we think.
The same
and
type
miscarried.
of like thing, yeah.
But it's funny, I mean, not funny, but like, I mean, everything happens for a reason. But they were trying for a boy, so if they would have had him, it would just be us two. But then they tried again, 2 girls, and then they tried one last time, and it was a boy. So
I actually remembered where I was going with my story, and now I have a different story.
Well, weren't we talking about like the car that you already told me about?
I was going to actually tell you. When I go into this story, you'll know. But also, it's funny because like so my mom only has one older sister. So like my grandpa is an only child, like on my mom's side. My grandpa's an only child. My grandma's basically an only child. Her younger brother was like 13 years younger than her, and he had cerebral palsy. So like. It was like, they didn't necessarily have like a super, she took care of him a lot, but like, it was like a little bit hard to have like a super close relationship, I guess I should say. So then they have like 2 girls. So it's all small families, right? So my mom had me, and then obviously married my sibling's dad and had my sister. And then like, that was gonna be it. The boys, the twins, were not planned. So then she gets pregnant, obviously, and I remember I was with her, and we're at the doctor's appointment getting the ultrasound, and I'm like 4 or 5 years old. Yeah. And I just remember she like starts sobbing, and I'm like, what's happening? And then later she tells the story. She has the appointment, and then she calls my grandma, and she's like, what is the funniest joke that you think like God could play on me right now? And she's like, a boy, because it's like just been my aunt, my mom, and then me and my sister.
Yeah.
And my mom said, worse. And my grandma said, twins. And she said, yes. But going back to the twins and the eldest sister and how we are way cooler than other brothers.
Right. And how we were so protective.
We need to add Natalia to the podcast, because she never, like, if you veer from a topic, she'll be like, going back to this, I'm like, oh, I forgot we even like, brought that up, talked about it, mentioned it.
We'll be standing in your like office door for like an hour.
Yeah, because
and I'll be like, what brought me here?
We detour, and then she brings us back, and then we detour and we never leave.
Yeah.
Oldest sister. So I only went to school with all of my siblings, because like, so with my siblings, and like my dad and my stepmom are in Ohio, so my two brothers and my youngest sister, they all went to school in Ohio. I went to school in Colorado. So me, my younger sister Nikki, and then my two twin brothers Kevin and Kyle, we all went to school in Colorado. So in elementary school, we went to school together all 1 year. I was in 5th grade, Nikki was in 3rd grade, and then Kevin and Kyle were in kindergarten. But I was like,
I just think about Kyle's like.
No, but that's
okay.
part of the story.
Okay.
So, oh my God, I have a picture that I can answer.
Oh yes.
Oh
my
so
God.
essentially,
He's gonna kill you.
Yeah. This is the test to see if he even listens.
Does he say he does?
Well, he doesn't have Spotify, but like YouTube. No, so I was like worried.
You should like send a little like 2-second
Snippet,
snippet
yes.
and like send it to him and be like, if you watch the podcast,
If
you'll
you're
be
real
on.
one. So essentially, I was so worried like what they're gonna do for my image. And like, why am I acting like I'm fucking Paris Hilton in elementary school? Hello, but I feel like at this point, like I've like built this image, I've built this like presence, I've built this like whatever. So I like cannot have them ruining my curated whatever. And so every single day of that year, I got up early and I got them both dressed, because I was so worried that they were going to embarrass me, because it's like, I say the
Every time you say I think of that audio, it's like, my name is Bella Hadid. Have you seen that?
No. But I feel like I do know what you're talking about, but
it was like, my name is Bella Hadid. Oh my God, I'll have to show you.
Yeah, you will. But because I always say like my youngest brother, because let's also remember my twin brothers are 29 minutes apart.
Wow.
They literally said, we would like to inflict torture on our mother.
Oh my God.
I know. 29 minutes.
You know, it's so funny that we're talking about twins right now, because Leighton literally asked me like yesterday, because I'm learning about it in one of my classes, but he was like, what are you learning about? And I'm like, oh, I'm learning about like infancy and like all the like stages of life. And he was like, can twins be born like, I don't know what, like in different like days or times or stuff like that? And I'm like, well, I know like obviously at different times, but like I don't know like what's the longest like thing. So we actually looked it up, and it was like, I think the longest one was like almost like over a month or something. That like I don't know.
That is wild.
I'll have to like
but they're
clarify,
usually,
but it was like a long
usually
time.
like minutes.
Yeah.
Like a couple.
Yeah.
And this was 29.
Don't fact check me on that. Just in case, but I swear there was like a world record for like 48 days or so. Let me just I'll
no,
circle back.
honestly, I feel like I would believe that. I feel like I mean, it's like obviously not common, but like I could see that being like
because
a long
I remember
time.
like I read it out loud and we were like, what? We were like in so much shock.
Well, and honestly,
maybe it was 48 minutes.
Well, if it was 48 minutes, I would be like, Mom, you should have submitted your time a long time ago. Well, we always joke because, like, just know my twin brothers, like, they are the type of twins, like, they are not similar. They're not close. They are like different.
Mm-hmm.
They're like similar but different. I don't know how to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it almost just makes sense that the brother who came out first like would be in a hurry, and then he like when he was, then he had like a collapsed lung, which honestly kind of makes sense that he'd be like, I gotta get out, and then be like in the process of getting out, like that's when the lung collapses. Not like get me out because I have a collapsed lung, like get me out, and then in the process like my lung collapses. And then it's like the other brother, Kyle, who lives here, like him just being like, listen, I'm not ready. Like, first of all, now, like, there's so much
I'm kind of comfy in here.
Yeah, like, honestly, we got rid of the problem. Like, I'm chilling.
Is he coming back? Because I'm really feeling
like,
it.
Yeah, so it honestly all makes sense, but...
Yeah. You decorated that.
And it's so funny because, like, now, if you knew him now, you would never know. Because, like, he's so stylish, he's so cool, he's so chill, he's so vibey, whatever. He went through this phase where he would only wear primarily cowboy boots and sweatpants, and then this horrid green puffer vest over typically like a polo shirt. And it's so crazy now that he actually like has style, because I mean, we all used to give him so much shit.
Well, and you know, like, the thing is, like, growing up and, like, people, like, looking back on, like, photos and stuff, it's kind of, like, weird because sometimes I wish, like, I would have been, like, more, like, quirky in that sense, because they look back on me and, like, it's kind of boring.
No, you know what's actually funny is, like, my mom will be like, bitch, when, like, you used to literally, like, bite my head off if I tried to put an outfit together for you, and, like, the outfits that you put together were horrid. So...
That was me with my mom. Like, she would dress me in, like, looking back on it.
Super cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
And she would, like, give me, like, this... I remember there was this one, it was like a dress or a top or something, and it was like nice too, like, you know, like it wasn't,
we didn't appreciate
no, and it was like, but the thing is, it was a gray, like, just tank, like, dress all the way down, and it was like a dark gray color, and then it had a huge, like, apple. I don't know if I'm even, like, imagining this right, if it was like a dress or if it was like a top.
I think it was a fever dream.
No, I remember this, like, damn dress, okay? And, like, it was a huge, like, apple. And I thought, like, I was like, I'm not wearing that. Like, I thought, like, I looked like I put a sack, like a potato sack on. Like, I don't know why I was so against this apple. Like, it was, like, the weirdest, like,
You're
thing
like, I'm
ever.
not wearing fruit.
No, but then, like, what, years later, I was like, that's cute, I'm gonna wear it. Like, you know, that's me still being, like,
see, and I think
2 feet
because
tall.
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Like, it's like by the time I got to kindergarten, I'm like,
well, I
really
just buy my clothes and dress me now. Like, I take it back.
Right. And I'm like, I probably still didn't even have fashion, but like, I felt like I did. So I woke up every single day, got them dressed, and like, he was mad. He would be mad. First of all, he was already not a morning person. And then, like, he's already mad that, like, I'm making him wear something he doesn't want to wear. And he would do it because, obviously, like, I'm threatening his life. I'm like, you either put on what I'm giving you, or I literally hang you by your vest right here. Take your pick.
And shove your head in
No,
your
and
cowboy
it's
boots.
so funny because, like, we're so close now, but, like, at the time, he was such a happy kid, and I think that's why I hated him so much, because I'm like, how are you so happy? And then, like, as a Capricorn, like, we're so, like, broody, dark, depressed, like, what is with us? I don't know. But, and he was always, like, any and everything, he's like, it's all gonna be okay. I'm like, what kind of fucking Scorpio are you? But... He would wear it, but the first day,
Scorpio, oh my god.
But then the first day of school, so it just so happens that the 5th graders and the kindergartners have the same lunch, and I'm like, for some reason, I'm not worried about the other brother, but I'm like, this brother, like Kyle, he's gonna have no friends. he's gonna have no friends. And then it's like, even though
they can see the bright green
yes,
vest
they can
coming out,
he's not wearing it. It's like
and
the
cowboy boots.
yes, like the personality is shining through. He's like gonna be the weird kid, and then I'm gonna see him at lunch sitting by himself, and I'm gonna like feel like I want to cry, and like this can't happen. So I keep telling him, I'm like, come and find me at lunch. Come and find me at lunch. Come and find me at lunch. He's like, okay, got it. I will come and find you at lunch. And so I remember, because it's still like, you know, summer, so it's like we're all outside, so we're sitting like on the ground, on, you know, and it's like me and one friend, my best friend, and all of a sudden he walks up and he's like, I know you said to find you at lunch, is it okay if like my friends come and sit too? And I'm like, friends? Yes, like I don't have to like worry so much. I'm like, yes, you and your friends can come sit.
Thinking it's gonna be like one, maybe two.
Motherfucker pulls up with the whole fucking kindergarten class, like the whole class. I'm like, he literally came with like the whole.
Oh my god.
The whole. Then I'm like, am I uncool? Am I like?
You're like looking at your one friend like.
No, I wasn't. I was literally looking like, because I like even prefaced to her.
Yeah.
Me going back to preface. I even said like, just so you know, Kyle's gonna be coming to sit with us. Like, obviously, you know,
be
he has
nice.
no size.
Like,
Yes. And then like he shows up, and it's funny then because the next year.
Oh, I could just imagine like little Kyle being like, "Can my friends come sit too?" And it's like the whole like herd of children. Oh my god.
I'm like, so actually, I'm uncool.
Yeah.
And then, but I really did.
Do we need to bring two tables together? Like,
should I actually take credit for his whole coolness? Because like, would you have been cool with the cowboy boots?
Exactly. Like he pulled up with all of that. Like, he would be sitting by himself though.
Right? Like, unless it's just his vibe. I mean, but if I could take credit, I will. And it's funny because then like the next year, I went to middle school, so I was in 6th grade. And then I remember my mom being like, but are you still gonna dress them? And I was like, nope, I don't give a fuck now.
Yeah.
We have different last names. We don't go to the same school. No one can trace them to me. I don't care what they do. It is your problem.
See, you're honestly better than me because like my siblings, like you see them and they're like, that's Ava's sister.
Yeah.
Like
see.
it's like uncanny, I think.
My dad's side is like
that.
Well, like I look a lot. Okay, like I look like both of my parents. Like if you look at like a picture of both of them, you would be able to see me in both. But like whenever people know both of my parents, they always say like, oh my gosh, she looks so much like your dad.
Oh.
It's like if people only know my mom, they say you look like so much like or like you look like your mom. I don't know, like so honestly probably like just because like different like hair color, eye color, like all of that. But like I should see if I can find this picture too. My dad sent a baby picture recently to our family group chat, and we're like talking about it, and I am sitting there the whole time thinking like it's me.
Yeah.
And apparently everyone else did too, except for like I think it was my brother. I think it was the only person. Like my stepmom, me, my sister, like everyone was like, oh, like, you know, well my family calls me Tori,
like,
so but they're like
cute.
Tori, yeah. And then Connor said something about like my dad. And then my dad was like, well, who do we think this is? And it was kind of like, I didn't even know that was like a thing. And so we're all like voting, and he's like, it's me. And I was like, well, thank God, because the outfit is atrocious. So if I was the one wearing that, I'd be like questioning you guys. But me and my dad and my brother on my dad's side, like I have two brothers and a sister on both sides.
Right.
But like us three, like us as babies look identical. So it's almost like if you only know my mom, like you would see that like we look alike, but like if you
then
know
you see the dad
both,
like,
then they're like, oh, you look
more
like
dad.
seriously like my dad. But my siblings all look really like their dad. I mean, Kyle's like kind of like we're the most of like the siblings that like
Yeah.
we look more alike, but it's almost like he's my only tie. Like if it wasn't for him, there's no
Yeah.
resemblance to any
Yeah.
of them. So he's almost the half and half between like his dad and like my mom, and then I'm like the half and half between that. So it's like if I went to school with my other siblings, like not only would we all have had the same last name in school,
Yeah.
we would all
Yeah.
look.
Yeah, I mean, we all have the same last name, and also, like, if you saw my sister in person, I honestly, knowing you, like, I don't think you'd be like, oh, like, y'all look exactly alike, but every other person that I know, they're like, they call her Ava all the time. You know, like, it's like they think, like, some people thought she was my twin at one point.
See, like, my, like, youngest sister, like, not honestly anything about, like, it's one of those things where, like, my youngest, okay, like, my sister on my mom's side, we look nothing alike because she looks exactly like her dad.
Yeah.
Like, twin.
That's the same with my younger sister. She looks, we've all said this, I think just me and my sister also being kind of like, but we're like, you look so much like dad. Like, you are the most Asian out of all of us. Like, but it's weird because she also got, like, frizzy hair. Like, she got, like, she'll have, like, her natural hair is actually, like, curly, like, really curly. And it's, like, so weird because I think that comes from my mom's side, and, like, from her dad's side. So it's just kind of weird because, like, she got that, and then, but she's also tall. So she got, like, that gene from her side of the family, but then she looks the most Asian out of all of us. Which, I think.
Yeah, and it's funny because, like, my youngest sister, like, on my dad and my stepmom's side, okay, so it's like me, like, on my dad's side, it's like me, my brother Holden, my brother Connor, and then Riley. And Riley's the one that, like, lived with me, basically, like, all last year. Like, it was always, like, me and Connor looked like our dad, and then Holden, like, literally, because I didn't go to, like, the same school as them, but, like, every year for spring break, they would go to Siesta Key in Florida. And so there was one summer that Chris and I went with them to Siesta, and I'm not joking you. I didn't know any of, like, the people that they... I didn't know any of, like, their, like, the people that they went to school with or anything. And I'm walking to the beach, and someone was like, are you related to Connor Rushing?
Oh my god.
Yeah, like, it was like that, like...
Yeah.
Yeah. Part of it is... I don't know where we got these fucking ears from, but, like, for whatever reason, we both...
Honestly, I do not think your ears are big.
Oh my god, I feel like they're, like, gigantic. No. But, and then it was always, like, me and Connor looked alike, and we looked like our dad, and then Holden and Riley look alike and look like their mom. But as we've gotten older, a lot of people say Riley and I look a lot more alike. Because even I think that, like, they said that they saw... either a baby, I think they said that they saw, like, a baby picture of me and it looked a lot like they thought it was like Riley.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's just, like, kind of growing more into, like, some of my dad's sides too, because we also, like, my dad has, like, literally Jufro, like, curly hair, and we both have curly hair, but just more even, like, other, like, features and everything. But if I would have had to, like, if, like, they were my, well, I don't know about Holden and Connor, like, so much, but if my only legacy at that point was, like, Riley, I would have had no issues.
Yeah.
I don't even think this bitch went through an awkward stage.
Well, it's
because
just,
I
like,
did.
Back to, like, the quirky thing, like, I didn't, like, the most awkward thing like, looking back at memories and stuff was Snapchat filters. In my, like...
I think it's actually hilarious that that's, like...
my weird thing.
Because Snapchat became... I remember the moment we were all downloading it, like, end of my senior year of high school.
Oh, okay.
So it's just funny because when I think of, like... Well, I did have an awkward phase, but I think of, like, MySpace.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And my sister had super short boy hair for the longest time. And she was obsessed with dinosaurs and, like, all the boy things. So, like, that was, like, her, like, thing. I mean, it was, like, not in, like, I don't know. we actually made fun of her the other day, not because of that, but because we had a balloon in the house for my birthday, like in December, obviously. But it was like a huge balloon, and then we had like other ones that kind of like scattered around the house, like the little setup that they did, and one of them like hit the fan, and it was like boom, 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 and we like started laughing, and we were telling Layton that when she was little, I don't know what triggered it. I forgot like what my mom had said. I think it was like either like a balloon, like she accidentally let it go and it got like tangled up in the fan, or like popped or something, or she just like let it go out into like the open and she didn't want it to. But anyways, she became like terrified of like when the balloon would like go up, like the thing, like she was like like she'd be fine and then the balloon would like come out and she'd be like and then she would also like have these like nightmares, and she would run around our coffee table, like literally like just circling the coffee table, and we'd be like, Audrey, like calm down, you know. And we looked into it like medically and everything, but like, you know, nothing was like wrong with her. Like the doctors was like, just make sure she's not hurting, which obviously makes sense, but we just kind of like laugh at it now, because like really we were like, why did that happen? And like, but they have stuff to tell about her, like me, like, you know, there's I don't want to say this, but like I was kind of like just the child that had like no problems at all, like ever. Not that was a problem, but just like I feel like I'm just boring.
Okay, but that's also,
you know?
I feel like that's like on being the eldest daughter. I feel like we're like we try to be the most unproblematic.
Well, and like same thing with like my little brother. I think it's like so weird, because then my little sister, so it was like middle, who had like the running around balloon thing, like the tomboy like phase, and then the youngest sister, she had like, they're gonna be like, why are you like sharing this information about us? But
like,
she
why
had
are you
like,
so left?
yeah, but she had like, she would get mad really easily, like just if like, I don't know if she's just like really type A, but like she would make her bed and like I would go in there and like sit on it, and she would get like, it's like she would get like so angry.
The youngest?
Yes.
That is so like uncharacteristic.
Yes. When
of,
is
like,
May
an
23rd?
Oh God, a Gemini.
Right. So
Not
she's a
me.
Gemini. Gemini. And then my brother, again, like I never even broke a bone or anything. Like that's how like boring.
Knock on wood right now.
But like, you know, my brother, like same, like I don't think nothing, like he broke his arm once, but like I can't think of anything like crazy like that had happened. You know, like crazy, but like, you know,
for me,
phase.
because of like just the generation I grew up in, for me, the like, and this isn't even like for parents or anything, but I guess just like awkward stage, whatever, it was kind of like emo. That was when I was, so I definitely had like, honestly, I feel like I was almost, my emo phase would have been like preppy emo, because I was never even actually like emo.
Yeah.
But the music though slaps, so I still listen to it. I think though, I mean, I had injuries, so I can't say I was like the one that like didn't, because I probably had like the most like stitches and stuff.
Really?
But as far as like everything else, I was definitely not like, and you know, it's funny, I don't even think like any of, like, I don't even think any of us were like problematic, like not that any of those stories are problematic,
no,
it's just like
phases,
things,
I mean,
like, that they had, like,
you know,
but I just think there's something about like the eldest daughter that we're like subconsciously from birth, we're like, we can cause no problems, we can do no, like, it's like, if something's gonna happen, hold it in.
Yeah.
Do not let it out. It doesn't help that we're like Capricorns, because I think that we probably hold it in even more. But you know what's funny? I'm like, we started this podcast on winter freezes and cars. I feel like for the most part,
I became like a ghost, like.
Oh yeah, I even forgot about the ghost. I feel like we've made our way back to every
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
feel like there's like little like gaps here.
yeah,
and there,
maybe
but
there was like, but I feel like there's no
we made our point
major
anyways.
loose ends to tie up. So with that,
Yeah.
we are still at this point in time posting. Oh God, Oswaldo's texting me. What does this mean? What does it mean?
Well, good. Just in time.
Just in time. That's a different.
I was gonna say, I was like, that doesn't look like Oswald. I'm literally
No.
blind. I can't even read it.
So we'll go ahead and wrap this up here. But also, well, I already asked you. Ew, how do I like show this? I'm like, how cute is this glass? It's like a little heart.
So cute. Where'd you get it?
I think Amazon.
Oh, I don't know.
But
I can't wait to get all my
I know.
glasses.
Okay, actually, just as I like to end this off because this is we're in the end of January. The goal is to have Ava moved in the next 30 days to here. And honestly, in which case, you'll either be happy because you'll get that much more of us, or you don't care. But we are on.
Just prepared to be.
And that's actually what I wanted to talk about. So we need to start that like with our next, like, well, obviously filming tomorrow, but it won't go out until like a week from now. But tomorrow, remind us, we're starting on that you just saw the same floor plan that you're wanting to move into. So we're gonna end and start on that.
Should we say that? Oh, are you like gonna put this in the pod, or is this like just
This
us
part?
talking?
No, I am gonna put this in the
Oh,
pod.
okay.
Scary thing. So we will end and start on the apartment.
Which I'm so excited because I took a video.
Yes.
Praying this one has the same color I want.
Oh yeah, we've got to find that out. So we're gonna end and start on this. And with that, cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
And
See you.
over and out.
See you soon.